The other night, last night actually, I was just perusing the YouTube videos and something caught my eye, and it was titled something like how to get into an all-bot lobby, and I owe this person some kind of credit here. Unfortunately, I don't remember the name, so if you stumble across this and you're that guy, I thank you very much for showing me how to do this. Basically, I'm on Xbox, that's my current platform, and the video showed you how to get into almost an all-bot lobby. It's as good as an all-bot lobby. If you got one or two regular players at the end, well, that's alright. Figured, since we're on this topic, at the end of this video, I'll go ahead and show you how to also get into this all-bot lobby for yourself, at least on Xbox. Basically, for this video, I'm gonna let the game play. I just played one solo game. I just wanted to check it out, see what it was like. It worked, as the guy said on his video. It was a nearly all-bot lobby. I don't want to ruin anything. You can see how the end plays out for yourselves if you're interested. I personally do a lot better when I at least think that everyone's a bot. So for that reason alone, it could be a good thing, good practice. And aside, please do hit like and subscribe. I would appreciate it so much. Anyway, I will be commenting throughout the video. So with that said, just one short intro, and that'll be that. So anyway, like I said, this is my first ever game in an all-bot lobby, and actually we have yet to see if that's even the case. We haven't even landed yet, so I've yet to see if that's can even be the case. I'm probably going to be wondering constantly, is this a bot? Is that a bot? Is that a real person? I am expecting to see real people at one point or another, especially toward the end. We'll see. Oh yeah, I need to get something out of the way here, real quick. There's a person that I had mentioned, fellow YouTuber, fellow Fortnite content creator, and I figured out who they were. It showed me how to do this. They go by the name of Rusty Sky here on YouTube, so I just wanted to give a shout out to Rusty Sky. At the end of this video, I'll be showing you how to get into your own almost all-bot lobby if you are on Xbox, and if you guys are on other platforms, because it's a bit different, why don't you check out Rusty Sky's video on that, because it's a good one. Whoa, lady, watch where you're going. Did you guys see that? Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to give him a shout out. So here we are, nothing much going on yet. We've landed at Dirty Docks, and I'm just going about, breaking stuff, and I'm kind of, I'm in the middle of the storm circle. I'm a happy camper. I'm kind of taking this game really super easy, I'll be honest. Like, I'm kind of just really carefree at this moment, even though I haven't run into anybody yet, and I don't know for a fact that there's going to be bots everywhere, infiltrating this game, but that's what I'm kind of hoping, and so I'm kind of just, being kind of a bit careless and carefree and smashing things and making all the noise in the world. So other than that, I'm just scavenging and looting so far, and time will tell as to whether it's going to be an all-bot lobby for sure or not. Your footsteps. Oh, I wanted to say, I don't know how the PC settings are, but at least as far as Xbox settings go, basically I have a setting on that is to help the hearing impaired, and it's this little circle kind of that vaguely lets you hear, or lets you see rather, the direction of where gunshots are coming from, or footsteps of other players, and even things like you can see vaguely, the sound of zip lines or boats, or even gliders, things like that. And it's not more helpful than, actually turning up your headset full blast or whatever, but if you're a little bit headset lazy like I am, it provides a little help. What I was going to say about these, the hearing impaired visuals, you're not able to see these, and neither am I, on the replays, so, if at any point I crouch down or something, and stay still, I'm imagining that it's probably because I'm seeing something on my little visual circle there that we can't see in the replay. And as you can see, I am protecting myself a little bit. I have seen people killed by bots. I have been killed by a bot before. I have seen good players be killed by bots before. So don't underestimate the bot. They are able to kill. Don't get me wrong. It's rare, but it does happen. And this is what our first bot. All right, and you can tell, you start to be able to tell who's a bot and who's not. There are obvious telltale signs sometimes, like if you're in the middle of a gunfight and the other person starts, turns around and starts hacking something while you're shooting at them, like just patently. I mean, it becomes kind of obvious sometimes. Other times it's a little less obvious. The more you play, the more. Even the sounds of their pickaxes, I can almost hear a bot. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'll land, and if I hear a certain sound of a certain pickaxe, because they tend to wear certain outfits sometimes, they tend to use certain pickaxes, and they at least they used to have a tendency to, wield certain weapons, certain guns. They used to have a preference for that, the burst assault rifle, for example. I don't know, there's lots of things. There really are lots of things. I couldn't even begin to. Oh, this person coming up here, or maybe it's a little bit farther on. Oh, here it is. No, not this person. Hang on. And this would be our second bot. I'm guessing. Usually people do not just stand there and let themselves get shot. It's the third one that I had a question to for a second. Let's see. Yeah, it's this person here that I thought might be a real person for a second. Because they're chasing me around and we're doing that little stupid little, ends up looking really hokey, that little thing. We run around in circles around each other, shooting each other, and it just looks all silly. This one really had me wondering up until the end. It's because of the way that they were doing that until they start, right there, kind of aiming to the side and not directly at me. I mean, theoretically that could be someone on like their mobile phone or something, but it's highly unlikely. And then check out some of these names. I don't know, let's see. As they pop up here on the side. If they ever pop up on the side. We got, guys, it's hard for me to read. Body Humans, what does that say? It's too small on my screen. Flaming Guru, Bush Camper, 2477. I mean, these names, just go on and read some of them for yourself. They tend to be hilarious sometimes. They use a lot of banana smoothie type names. I don't know. I see banana smoothie pop up a lot, I think. Boogie King. You guys, from my POV right now, the letters are really tiny. But anyway, at this point, I'm just kind of I'm just like, I'll just take a corner of Dirty Docks here, and you know, I know it's stupid because the storm circle is gonna appear and I'm gonna have to run, but like I said, it's just a carefree game at this point still, and it's, you know, might as well practice hacking and building, right? I guess. Not much else to do at this point. As a guitar player, I've kind of always both loved and hated this guitar pickaxe. The sound that it makes, I'll tell you guys, as when it hits things, is so eerily, it's so much like the actual sound a guitar would make if it were hitting these things. And the other thing is, like, you know, that always gets me is, like, why isn't the guitar breaking? I mean, you're smashing a car with it, for God's sake. You know, wouldn't the guitar break first, obviously? But I suppose this is just one of those times when you have to practice your willing suspension of disbelief, you know, as I would regardless. I mean, you see characters like Demi running around in their high heels and killing people. I mean, yeah, you gotta do it anyway, so might as well make myself believe that the guitar wouldn't break if it were to be smashing a police car. Why not? Anyway, I decided at this point to build myself a little fortress, in this corner of Dirty Docks here, completely just not caring about the fact that I'm probably gonna have to run in a second due to the storm. Don't hear anyone nearby, don't see anyone. It's funny how later on, when you go watch the replays, you can see the people and their names through the buildings, through the hills, through whatnot. And you have, sometimes it's kind of scary to think how close they were to you and you had no idea. It's kind of funny. One thing that's a bit regrettable to me at this point is that maybe I should have used this time to pick up a little more mats. You know, I feel like I kind of end up with not as many as I'd like to have in the end, or close to the end, and you know, maybe I should have been doing that instead of messing around like this, but we have yet to see how it will pan out, so. So about now we've got about coming on 20 more seconds till we're gonna find out whether I'm gonna have to run or not, and how far I'm gonna have to run. Right about in 5, and we hear gunshots in the distance. Right now, okay. And of course, I'm gonna have to abandon my little fortress here, and I don't have to run too far. That's the crappy thing. It's like, jeez. And I'm gonna have to stop and kill this guy real quick. Where'd he go? There he is. There he isn't anymore. Does he have anything cool? Not really. Let's keep running. Now I want to get me that balloon drop. You guys, that's got to be a pretty strong guitar. And I think I'll just grab me that assault rifle. That actually happens to be one of my favorite ones. So why not? And you guys, I think it's around this point that I start to wonder, you know, like, is the next person going to be real? Is the next person going to be a bot? You know, it's a about time. I'm thinking, I don't really know, like I said several times, this is my first time in one of these lobbies, and it's just, it seems inevitable to me at some point that I am going to run into some other Xbox player on, even be it in the Middle East or whatnot, but I just don't know when it's going to happen, and so it gets you kind of nervous, kind of paranoid a little bit. So yeah, I decide to camp it in this bush for a little while. I kind of like it here. I like the structure. It's indestructible, so that guy that was just shooting at me, you know, I know he can't really get to me. So that's part of the reason I decide to stop here for a second, you know, just rest my fingers a bit. You know, make sure that my weapons are all loaded and all that. You know. I guess I'll take this quick moment, this downtime, just to say that I know my building is not the greatest. I don't know if anyone out there is laughing at it, but you know, it is something that you learn over time, and I hope to become better. You know, especially when I start playing on PC, I'm hoping that something miraculous will occur, I guess. But I don't know. I'm just it's kind of a bit of a disclaimer that I'm fully aware that my building is not at its finest right now, but I'm getting there over time. As for that guy, you guys, I seriously do wonder if that was a real person, because he was acting significantly different than the bots that I encounter, with the jumping and all that. I wasn't around him long enough to really know for sure, but I have a feeling that we're starting to close in on the real people now. Oh, and you guys, also, just real quick, if you're into creative and doing things in creative mode, please check out my videos on my other channel. It's just a bunch of creative tutorials and demos and walkthroughs and things like that, and it's pretty cool, so yeah, check it out sometime. In general, I try to stay away from bridges, and part of me is freaking out at this point because, I don't know, I just have a tendency to die on bridges. I don't know. I see the person running over there on the hill, and I do know that, you know, that's the last person besides myself, and at this point, it could go 50-50 on whether this person's a bot or not, and I'm kind of just hoping still that they are, because it could go either way. And then, it's gonna be soon here. Go around the side. As you can see, I'm ducking down. I decide to look up, and it's gonna be soon. So I'm chilling, and I'm waiting. And then at this point, right there, I realized that bots don't build like that. This is a real person, and I freak out, kinda, and I'm just like, I'm panicking. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh crap! I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. So, and then there it is, and I'm feeling pretty good there with my 11 health points. Hey guys, what's up? So if you made it all the way here, that means you maybe watched the game, which I appreciate. If you just fast forwarded to find out how to do this, alright, here we go. I'm going to teach you how to get into an almost all-bot lobby on the Xbox console. As for other platforms, I urge you to check out the other videos out there that I mentioned earlier. Go to your Xbox settings, just pull up your menu here, where you see it says home and all that. Go to the right where your settings are, navigate to settings, under system, right there, click, select, and then go to account there, and go all the way down to privacy and online safety. Click on that. I have a passkey, and then go ahead and click on Xbox Live Privacy, that's highlighted right there, and then go one down to View Details and Customize. Go down to Communication and Multiplayer. I know it's a lot, but, and then go to the second column, and right here, basically what you're going to see is this. The second column is actually going to be defaulted to say allow. What you want it to say is block. So just click on that, get it to say block, and then exit out of this. And go back to your Fortnite game. And now what you want to do is you want to calculate the time. Google's great for this, by the way. You want to find a server whereby it's kind of early in the morning, there's not a lot of people on, because what you just did here is you made it so that the game is now only going to match you up with other Xbox players. So that just basically all that does is lower the pool of potential actual real players that you'll be playing against, because you won't have any people that are on PC, and you won't have any people that are on PlayStation, and you'll just have Xbox players. So now another way to, you know, narrow that down is to play on another server. And some of these servers are kind of slow sometimes. Just warning about that. But I'm currently on the Middle East server. Well, I'm going to show you. Okay, basically go to your Fortnite menu now and go to settings over there on the right. Oops, settings, and navigate to the place wherever that is for you, because you know PC settings might be different. And this is how you change your matchmaking region, basically. There's Middle East, there's Asia, there's Brazil, OC, as they call it, Europe, and then North America West, East, and, you know, Auto, of course. And just pick one that, you know, maybe it's about 3 in the morning, something like that. It's really early, not a lot of people are on. Again, Google can help you with the actual figuring out, you know, what time zone would best work for you, depending on where you're at right now. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that was helpful. Again, please hit like and subscribe. It would be really helpful for me. So I will see you later.